Today what we want to talk about is self-defense, or defending yourself in this kind of odd time that we're living in right now. And what I was going to bring up is the fact that maybe an everyday, ordinary firearm that you might find already in your house might be the perfect self or defense weapon. These right here, you know, when they originally come out, they come out designed for defense, and so they make really good defense weapons. And these right here, you can cram the cartridges in the side. Now this here's unloaded, and but like, say for instance, a good point I like to bring up is if this thing runs dry, and you have a cartridge, you know, you say you shoot all your bullets up, it runs dry. You don't have to stick the cartridge through here to get up into the chamber. See, that took a little while. On this right here, on that last shot, you can simply drop it open, drop the cartridge in, you're good to go. And then say, for instance, you don't need to fire right now, you can go ahead and cram the magazine full of ammunition while this is ready to go. You could have it up here. You could literally have it up here like this, you know, keeping an eye on your whatever it was, and start cramming the bullets in the side of it. And you know, all you'd have to do is just drop back and hit the trigger at any time. And so that's a good point about these guns right here. So we're going to take those bullets out of there. And I guess the only downside is having to run the cartridges through there to unload it. But in a defense situation, you're never going to unload it. It's going to be loaded the whole time, because unloaded guns have killed way more people than loaded guns. So anyhow, let's see what this Marlin will do. Now this is a continuous action gun. In other words, you can't stop it in the middle. You're going to have to run all the cartridges all the way through it. But let's see if it run out of ammo. Okay, it's out. Let's see if you can just throw a cartridge. Yep, so you can just throw a cartridge in the side of it and you're good to go. So say you run out of your last bullet, just throw that cartridge in there and you're good to go. So gun's empty, cartridge in the hand, chunk it in the side, good to go. So you don't have to cram them in here to get that first shot ready. You know what I'm saying? For the first shot, you could throw it in there, shut the gun, lower the hammer, and then start sticking them in here as you need them. And it's better not to push them all the way in. Just kind of put your pinky right there to hold it until you get them all in there. And then the last one, you know, like that. So anyhow, a few little tips on there. So we are going to do a little bit of shooting. We just kind of wanted to make this video because the way the coronavirus is going around and people are worried about things and they're trying to get prepared. You might already be prepared and just don't know it. Now, I'm not saying if you have a conventional gun that people use for self-defense to sell it and buy one of these. I'm just saying that these was originally designed for that purpose. So let's do some shooting. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot down here at these steel plates a couple times and see, and kind of show you how good lever action works. Kind of show you how it works. You'll be ready. You can lever it pretty much as fast as you can lever it. You can move to the next target. You can actually move to the next target and lever it while you're moving, and that pretty much will you'll be ready by the time you get to your next target. Okay, enough of the 44 Magnum. Let's get on to the 45 Colt. This right here is 45 Colt. Some people call it Colt Long. Most people will hate your guts if you call it that. So watch out about what you call it, because there's a lot of people that are very vicious about that one point right there. There's actually no point to it, because some of these cartridges actually say 45 Colt L, and some of them say 45 Colt Long. So no reason to get vicious about it. We should always support each other, and little bitty tiny things like that shouldn't really matter. It's just kind of like the modern thing is the magazine versus the clip, which is not important either. Because technically a magazine is like a room back in the old days that you used to hold your gunpowder. So anyhow, that's my 2 cents about it. You see, it's just not going to take that last cartridge. Now, I always put these on half cock. I know this has a safety on it, but I always put them on half cock. All right, we're just going to shoot the steel, and remember, we're not John Wick. We're not going to take out 60,000 enemy targets. But you can definitely make them smoke, right? These lever actions are good defense weapons. They're very light. That's only about 5 pounds or so. The good old 30-30. The 30-30 with some of these newer loads is good out to 300 yards. Don't squabble whether or not when you buy a gun it has a scope on it, whether or not it's backwards or whatever. If it's sighted in, and this is what you bought for this situation, just use it. All right. So let's see how well this thing shoots. Well, this thing has a safety on it. You got to make sure it's off. That last one kind of stuck in there a little bit. These Marlins don't have a whole lot of leverage on that, but they're very good guns. And if you can get one for a decent price, it will definitely save your life. But always remember the safety on it. Some safeties could get you killed. Okay. The fastest way to get around in the chamber, say you fired all the shots out of it. It's on an empty chamber. You simply lever it, drop the round in the top, close it. Now you got a round in the chamber. It's ready to fire. Okay, then you could just tilt the gun over a little bit like this. Load you some rounds in it, keeping it ready to fire. You know, keeping it aimed right at whoever you're going to shoot. Well, the way I would do it is I would just keep it up to my shoulder, keep it ready, just stick the round in like this. That way I'm looking down there, keep an eye on the target, and then I'm more ready to go. Just as fast as you want to shoot. Another nice thing about this gun, now we got it fully loaded. The magazine's fully loaded. You can see the round right there. What you can do is instead of popping that up where it's ready to go in there, you just simply, when you fire your last shot, which we'll put this empty shell in there to simulate that. Okay, boom, we fired that last shot. That shell comes out, pops out, and then we grab this other round, pop it down in there. We fire that shot, we pop that shot out. Oop. We fire this shot, we pop that shot out, we drop another one in. Fire this shot, pop that one out, drop another one in. Fire that shot, pop that one out. And you can literally just keep doing this. But then, when you need to keep shooting, and then, at any time, you can start doing that again. You see what I'm saying? You just push that one back down if it pops up. See, that's the advantage of a lever action, especially this kind, is you can just keep popping them rounds in there. Of course, this in here is so loosened up, it's ready to go. So literally you could shoot, you know, dozens of shots like that. And then when it's empty, don't forget, you can just pop around in there real quick and just like that. Just keep throwing them rounds to the top like that. Throw it up and remember, there's always more than one kind of lever action. Some of them come in bigger calibers or gauges. Something I wanted to point out is, this is unloaded. Sometimes these right here make a really good defense weapon. But I would never recommend this to anybody because this is a complicated gun to run. And if you're not good at it, I wouldn't use it. But a pump action, awesome. Well, that's about all I got for today. So stay safe, my friends. And remember, always have a backup. And have fun. All right, bye-bye.